Hello, I'm making this video for YouTube. I am transgender, my name is Claire, and I wanted to be able to give back to the community that helped me so much when I was starting out with my transition. Um, Now, I've been going a route that's probably not as traditional as many people who are transitioning. Like, I didn't, start living full-time and then start doing hormones. I actually started taking hormones, and I have yet to start living full-time. The main reason being that I'm in Montana, and that's where I'm going to school, and, well, it's Montana. It's not exactly the most liberal place, like, we just got a P flag at my college, like, a few months ago, and before that there wasn't much of a presence of LGBT on campus, at least not kind of out there, I guess. Anyway, so I've been on hormones for like 10 and a half months now. It's been a while, and I've been taking estrogen shots. It's estradiol valerate. Um, I don't see my little container, or a little thing of them. But anyway, I mean, I've got this, like, biohazard full of sharps, a bunch of needles, and, so I've been doing that once every 2 weeks, and actually I just got my dose upped from 20 milligrams every 2 weeks to 30 milligrams every 2 weeks, so that's a good jump, and I start that, well, tomorrow, actually, is when I'm going to be doing the injection, so that's exciting. Get more hormonal. I don't really notice any differences, like, emotionally, but my roommate says otherwise. So, anyway, I am 21. So I'm not out full-time. I am out to most of my friends and my family, and I'll talk about how coming out was in a different video, but I go to a neighboring town, Missoula, actually, in western Montana, which is pretty hippie, and I go to this meeting called the Montana Gender Alliance, and it's really awesome, and so that's where I met a lot of trans friends, and I've been going there for like a year now, so it's really awesome. I love going over there. I was actually just in Missoula earlier today, and I just got home. I was visiting some friends for Easter and shit, and I had a great time. But so I've been taking that. I'm also taking spironolactone. I take a shit ton of this stuff. Like, I take 2 a day, and they're 100 milligrams each. And so that's like my anti-androgen. I know some people take finasteride, and I have a friend who's young, she's just starting her transition, and she takes, I don't know, some sort of injection, but it's like $1,800 every 3 months for this injection. It's like, holy shit. I can't afford that. But, so yeah, that's what I'm taking. Then I also take, like, a baby aspirin every day because it's supposed to be good for your heart if you're taking estrogen. And I take Celexa, or generic citalopram, whatever. I hope you didn't read my name off these. Anyway, yeah, so citalopram is a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, so that makes me happier, or it's supposed to, I don't know. And then I also just started taking Ativan, and that's in my backpack right now, so I'm not gonna, actually, it's my purse. So that stuff is like, it's like 0.5 milligram. Should not show you my name now, and it's, it's for stress. It's also called like a benzodiazepine, and yeah, so I'm taking the Spiro and the estrogen for my transition, and the Celexa and benzodiazepine for my neurosis associated with transitioning, all that stress and whatnot. So let me see. I've been going to a counselor for probably like a year and a half. I don't really go that often anymore, and I started going to a gender psychologist like a year ago, but I stopped going to see her also because really she's not that helpful. I much prefer my Montana Gender Alliance meetings. I also haven't even been on YouTube for a long time. Like, I made a few videos, like, I don't know, 8-10 months ago, something like that, and I haven't been on here since, mostly because I don't think I look that feminine, and I get really self-conscious and shit. So, I guess I'm going to try to make some more, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I figured I'd talk about sort of the hormonal effects too. Actually, first, I'm going to say a little more about myself. So, like I said, I'm 21. I am currently studying microbiology at Montana Tech. So, yeah, I will be graduating this summer. Should have graduated just in May, but I've been kind of slacking, mostly because of depression. And so I should be getting my bachelor's, though, this summer. And I was planning on going into doing research in infectious disease, but now I'm thinking maybe I should go into human development because I find the brain fascinating, and I think it's interesting what causes all this. So we'll see about that. I'm undecided. Though I'm going to take some time off from school to kind of get my shit together and transition and all that. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I wanted to make these videos to give back to the community because it helped me a lot when I was first educating myself about transgender whatever. And anyway, so some of the changes I've noticed is, well, since I started estrogen, I gained like a whole 5 pounds. But really, I think that's because I turned 21 since I started estrogen, and, you know, beer, it does that to you, I guess. I don't know, 5 pounds isn't that much. I'm 6'2", so it's not that bad. Yeah, 6'2", it kind of sucks. I don't like being this tall, but hey, what do you do? Last time I checked, there's no femur reduction surgery or anything like that, so, you know, I'm kind of stuck with this height. And, okay, so effects of estrogen, right? It's supposed to redistribute fat, and I think my face is a little bit fuller than it used to be, but it's hard to tell. I've been growing my hair out, but it's still not that long, and it's not that thick. Like, I want it to get thicker. It's really annoying. And, like, I had, like, I had started, like, sort of the balding process, and so that was kind of sucky. But, because I no longer have really any testosterone in my system, like, the hair is coming back in. So I had, like, a major widow's peak, and it's still pretty short at the moment, but it's growing out longer, and so hopefully eventually I'll have like a normal hairline, and you know, if you don't have any testosterone in your system, you won't go bald, so that's a plus, and it can reverse some balding. Although if you're like, you know, hairline's way back here, you're not going to get all the way forward. So I've been having some breast growth. Lower the camera a little bit. Not a lot, like, most of this isn't me, but, yeah, like, I use, like, little silicone thingies to sort of push up, and they were cheap, they were online. If I can find the link where I got those, it was a while ago, I'll put that below, and, I can go back to my face now. So, yeah, like, it started out with just sort of breast buds to begin with, and, they were sore and sensitive for a while, and it was just sort of like this little mass of tissue behind the areola, aka nipple, and you know, like, my nipple got bigger, and then after a while, like, I actually started developing more breast tissue, and that's a very slow process. My doctor that handles the hormones, she says that I'm, you know, doing better than she would have thought, and I've heard that injections are supposed to be best for breast growth, but I'm not basing that off of any real hard evidence that I've seen. It's just hearsay. But, you know, it is better for your liver since it doesn't go through your digestive system. It just goes, like, leaches out into your lymph and bloodstream, so that's good. And although I don't like sticking needles in my leg, I can deal with it. So that's what I do. What other changes? Oh, I used to be hairy as hell, like just all over, like chest hair, back hair, shoulder hair. Yeah, it was terrible. So that's mostly gone, actually. Like, I still shave my chest a bit, but it's not. It's mostly blonde hairs now, and they're becoming villous hairs, which are the blonde hairs, and so that's mostly gone. And then I wax my upper back like once a month. Well, I should say I have my friends do it because, yeah. And that, again, is just like, for that, it's just slightly brown, like a light brown hair, like lighter than my hair, and still it's decreasing, so that's great. I love that. because if I had to get laser all over my body, I'd go broke. I mean, not that I'm not already. I mean, you know, college, student loans. I don't have any real money. But yeah. So that's cool. Also, my facial hair lightened, and so I mean, I didn't even shave today. Can't see that well, I don't think, but there's a little bit of stubble going on. I know, I'm terrible. But I was over staying at a friend's, so I didn't bother to shave. I'm wearing foundation though, so that sort of helps. But yeah, so my hair is mostly blonde on my face now. Like, there's still a little bit of darker hairs, like in here, but yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to get laser. I need to get electrolysis, and I want to start that, but they don't have really anywhere I found in Butte, which is where Montana Tech is. Butte, Montana, whatever. I haven't found any place to get electrolysis here, so that sucks. So I'm gonna have to do something else for that. Maybe go to Missoula, but I don't know if I'd do it weekends. I've been putting it off also because it costs a lot of money and it's like painful. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I guess like the major things I need to do with my transition still. I want my hair to get better. I need to practice my voice more. I know it's not particularly feminine. Yeah, I dislike my voice, but what do you do? I mean, that's most of what I wanted to talk about for my introduction. Also, I was going to flash you, and just to show you the breast growth. But, of course, I will cover partially. But I do, I don't know. You can't really tell from just the shirt. So, anyway, this is marvelous. I don't know. It's like, I'm not that bashful about it. Like, I've showed plenty of my friends that have been curious, and when I get drunk, I strip sometimes, so, you know, most of my friends have seen me that close, but I'm gonna get down here for a moment, because I don't want this to get flagged as inappropriate, so I'm gonna sort of cover up while I show off my breast growth, but, I don't know, it's not like a lot. I don't know, I kind of push it together, but, it's probably hard for you to see. I don't know. It's not a lot, I doubt. I'm even to an A cup yet, but whatever. I don't have great genetics for that. I'm gonna hide down here. So, yeah. I mean, one of the rules of thumb is, like, you should end up, like, 1 cup size below what your mother was if you're transitioning. And, of course, the later you start hormones, the less of an effect it has on that, so yeah, we'll see. I'll probably end up getting breast augmentation. I think I'd want like a B cup. I don't really know. I've never had breasts before, so I don't know what it's like having B cups, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I think I've gone plenty long for this video, so I'm gonna cut it off now, and I'll make some more.